Oops, I might have coughed into the mic. All right, folks, welcome back. It is day 100. 100. It's day 51. All right, I had to resolve some things, but it is day 51 with Duolingo Chinese, right? We are in the review phase of preparing for our review. And I'm gonna say we're gonna do it on day 53 tentatively. It's gonna be day 53 or 54, the offset of the 3 days, right, to give my time some breather. So I'm in the process of collecting my thoughts and making the review a little bit special and different from the Japanese one that I just did yesterday. Imagine what would be in day 100 in 100 in Chinese. I know, right? Just imagine. So many characters. This time around, we have like over doubled the characters. So we went from somewhere around 120 to around 350. And we got to do something new too. So I'm brainstorming how I'm gonna add a little bit new things, because there's still room for retention. We did change up a lot of new things this time around, so maybe I might not add something new, because the course itself actually did change in the middle of it, and I was adapting the schedule thing. So we're doing 2 times 3 times the volume, so 6 times the volume that we were doing in the first 25 days. The first 25 days we were responsible for just the unique character, and we have transitioned in the second 25 days to writing all the vocabulary words using all the characters at our disposal. So it's like imagine if the Japanese kana, instead of learning the kana first, the hirakana and katakana, you are learning all the kanji first, and then you're remembering all the kanji reads on its own. So it's a different take, and it definitely makes the perspective very different. So the approach becomes very different. My approach to writing and sounding and acquiring kanji and kana is in stark contrast to the way I'm approaching Hanzi and then retroactively learning pinyin, right? Such a wonderful nuanced way of adapting in real time. At least I get the opportunity to show at least how I would go about tweaking and defining things that I do know how to do, and then adapting and refining the ways I would adjust to the nuances and differences. Hanzi is a different beast, and I love it for being different. I honestly do not thrive in learning if I keep constantly using the same thing. So it's been a great, wonderful challenge that we've gotten to past day 50 now with something entirely different. No, that's actually very different. I'm glad Japanese does it with the kana first. Kanji is much harder than I remember. Yeah. So I like the way Duo is doing their approach. It's slow, it's steady. It focuses primarily on the sounds first, and I kind of like that. It kind of sort of mirrors the most effective way to kind of get engaged with English too. Like, you're not about reading the words per se, but more like getting used to how they sound and then trying to place something. And then kanji is that extra layer of nuance. Like, what I mean by that is I kind of see where they're going with that. So, like, for example, just a short digression. Like, when you tell someone, this is wood, right? Wood, right? And then instead of saying this is what the word is, it's WOULD, You're more saying the sound is wood. So if you can imagine the wood. I know this doesn't translate completely, but the idea is the engagement is there. Like, oh yeah, okay, wood, okay. Then you go and do something like, this is could, right? I know you're gonna say, but what about those words that changes and stuff? But I'm talking about the form of engagement, like the process of engagement. You're thinking about sounds first, putting a letter or thing to it, and then you begin to distinguish all the nuances, right? Then you can do something like, oh, this is night, right? And then you have something like this, it's like, okay, so that's blight, but then this is 8, right? The thing is, since you're focused on the sound a lot of times, in my opinion, for English, because it's a conversational like take, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, this is different. It's 8 instead of night. Now you know 2 things. You know 2 sounds. So now you know night and 8 as a foundational word. So then when you go and see this, you're like, okay, so it could be white or it could be wait, right? I actually, that's not the right word. I think I misspelled that, but you know what I mean. Like, you're categorizing, you're building up your sounds, you're building up the sounds, and I think that's the Duolingo approach to Japanese. And in Chinese, it's like that too. However, their writing system is different. So I'm adjusting to their writing system. Like, you know, what is the sound, right? What is the sound for "k"? Right? What is the sound for "k"? And you're going to have more characters for "k." But like, what is the sound for "k"? "K." There might be multiple characters for "k," right? However, it's still taking the approach where, okay, there's that sound. Now you're accounting for all the reads of that sound, and you're building up that. And I kind of see where they're going for, because that's, in a way, it's interesting that that's one of the most engaging ways that English speakers have acquired their language, and not even dissimilar to when you're young. That's kind of the one of the most interactive things, provided you have hearing as one of your primary things, because deafness is a thing. So this is talking about someone who is healthy biologically, like the average. Hearing is a really great component to language acquisition. So especially early on, when writing is constructed after, right? Tend to be constructed after. So it's not dissimilar to that as well. And that's kind of their science-based approach tends to be something that is focused on child development, like early acquisition. So that's the approach they decide to pick, whether you like it or not, right? So you don't have to use their product, but that's kind of reminds me of that. That's why Duolingo kind of makes me feel young again. I said this before a couple of times with other people. The way Duolingo is providing me to learn, it's old hat. It's part of like what reminds me of school. It reminds me of going back to high school and doing those things. It's ironically not something bad to me, but it is bad to a lot of people. They often feel like, well, I'm not a kid anymore, so I can't possibly like appreciate or want to learn like a kid anymore, and that's perfectly acceptable. I kind of like the experiments of trying to, oh yeah, let's do some rote memory tests, and let's do this stuff I haven't done in so long. Usually it's about shortcuts, rules, patterns, right? You got especially rules would be grammar, structure, right? Advanced stories, in-depth context explainers. That's actually very similar to how I had to approach Korean. It gives you base syllable sounds and gives you situational exceptions. Yeah, it's giving phonetics and bat, cat, hat, mat learning. Yeah, that's kind of the Duolingo approach, and it's also how children often respond incredibly dynamically. And if you're in any language, it's not really that big of an exception, right? They form the associations, then they find the disassociations. It's like, oh yeah, bat. That reminds me of cat. So we're gonna stick with bat, cat, and we're gonna stick with at until it's not relevant, right? Until it's not relevant, then we remember the exceptions. That's how Duolingo goes about it. When we get older, though, somewhere along the line, all that vastness of information begins to blur together. So at some point, I feel now people are conditioned when they get older to look for the differences, and they're constantly looking for the differences. So then the differences are more likely to take priority in the learning. So how is bat different from cat? Well, it starts with a B and cat starts with a C. So then you kind of hyper focus on the differences, right? And then the major complaint is, oh, these are too similar. I might get them confused. Well, you might get them confused not because you're unfamiliar with them. That kind of happens when people associate the difficulty with not being familiar. But a lot of times it's what you're practicing. Are you looking at the similarities and the differences and practicing them, or are you strictly focused on the differences? And oftentimes when I think of language learning, the major concern that I get a lot of times, or people at me, is that, just listen, Sub-Zero, don't you put the fries in the bag. The major difference between the question I get asked a lot is, oh, if you're learning Chinese and Japanese, are you going to get them confused? I'm like, what do you mean by you're going to get them confused? It's like, well, if the Chinese use the same characters as a Japanese, when you get the meanings confused, like, you mean like they naturally associate with each other, so it's easier to remember for me, right? Because I practice associations, I don't practice disassociations. And then when they're disassociated, they're strengthened. As in, like, if they're different, oh yeah, I agree with you. It would be easy to remember them because they're different. But if they're the same, it still helps me remember them because I notice the subtle differences, right? Like, similar things reinforce each other. So then you make less effort in reminding yourself of that thing. You remember the exceptions, right? That's how you form associations. So what's the association between 名字, 名字 and 名前? It's the left character. It's this character. This character is Ming. And this character is also Na. Right? So this is Ming and Na at the same time. That's kind of how, at least I see it. And Duolingo does it this way. In fact, I would love to see what happens if I turn my common language into Chinese and learn Japanese, and then turn my common language to Japanese and learn Chinese. But instead of that, the next thing I'm probably going to do is turn my common language into Japanese and learn English and see how much it differs, right? So the perspective is like that, where it's not about whether they're too similar and then you get confused, is if you practice association or not, in my opinion. Some people don't practice association. So they only associate when it's out of convenience, and it's an inconvenience when they're similar and you don't pay attention to it. It's like, I get it. You can get these two mixed up. Like, the natural question is, do you accidentally read this as na or ming So if you're learning Japanese, do you accidentally think of Ming? It's like, well, I don't accidentally think of Ming. I literally think of Ming. But I also think of na in front of namae, right? Awkwardly, maya means front. And mingzi. So the difference is now you know the difference as well, right? Mingzi uses this character, but namae uses this character for the second part. So now you know the similarities, which is associated, but you also know the differences. And that is hard to forget, in my opinion. This is very difficult to forget. Not because you only knew that Mingzi has Z and Namae only has Mae. Well, how do you remember the other character? Sometimes you forget it because it's the one you don't want to focus on because it's similar. That is ignoring half the things. That's like pretending and not to practice things that you don't want to practice. That is a working based on selective bias. And I typically am a stranger to this. I don't usually neglect and dissociate information. There's more information here. Make it useful. At least in my opinion. Anyways, that's a slight digression for the beginning because we're kind of in a review state. We're not gonna review the vocabulary. Let's review the vocabulary. We have time today. We'll spend the next 30 minutes reviewing the last 2 units. One last time. And hello there, Sub-Zero. How are you? What are you doing today? What are you doing today? Oh, never mind. Oh, I get the phrase now. Never mind. I was gonna ask you something in Chinese, and I just realized, no. This is fine. I don't want to. Are you slacking again? Are you done learning Java yet? I mean, sorry. Are you done learning C yet? All right. I do finally love these sections of Chinese non-ironically. Okay. Well, I appreciate your company as always, Blair. Unit 12. Okay. So describe your family. Okay. My hand is okay today. Nope. This thing stuck out way too far. It's fine. So, 妻子, 妻子, wife, 妻子. Okay. Oh. Okay. We have丈夫 husband, right? You are daughter. Arts son. Been going over some nostalgia games with your brother all day. Right now, just studying, not see this time though. Okay, all right. But what are you studying? What are you studying though? Oh no, I think I forgot the left radical. Oh no, I remember the left radical. We're fine. Hides for children. Hides and other members of the family, right? Other members of the family. Whoops. Ugh. When you mess up one stroke, you mess up all of them. Mao, the cat, right? Other members of the family. Gao, the dog. Gao. Oh wait, I missed a stroke. Just kidding. Wait, was there a stroke there? Oh, I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check Gao. I'm not sure if there's a stroke there. Gao. Okay. We'll have to check that. Trying to build up my resume by doing some home projects right now, trying to make a custom PCB. Oh, okay. Feels like everyone nowadays got so many projects on their belt while I got close to none. Gotta catch up, I guess. Custom PCB. I like it. I like it. Are you should record yourself doing that, and then so I could see it. Come on, Sub-Zero. Where's the interactivity? I want to see you make the PCB. Where's my data at? I'm just kidding. No pressure. I suppose you can always take a picture of it in its different stages. You gotta be proud of your work. Okay, so other members. 방요, 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 sorry, 방요, yeah, 방요 is friend. Okay. I need to get A little bit more on my. I'm staring at that dog, Gao. I'm starting to have second thoughts. And this little thing, I don't know why. I need to rewrite this again. Kind of looks weird with that one stroke. Okay. We gotta look for modifiers. Modifiers. Ji shui. Non, like non-朋友. And we have 女朋友. It will be a boring stream, so many hours screwing around in the software. That sounds like a learning experience. Are you low-key telling me that what I'm doing is boring? Because what do you think I'm doing? Spending hours screwing around trying to remember characters. So 男女 sway. Oh. Because here there's steady learning progress. What? Screwing around software, you learn things. Come on. How dare you say screwing around software means you don't learn anything? How dare you? I'm just kidding. I'm being a little... I don't know why. I think whenever you started the mood, the vibe was set when you said put the fries in the bag. Now I'm just being sassy too. My bad. I frankly don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm trying to take inspiration from other similar projects, but I get so stuck. Okay. That sounds like the life of that, really. I'm gonna... Here's my I want to volunteer a personal share. That's kind of how I feel when I start an experiment. Or like start to plan out an experiment or write a thesis. The moment's like, well, I know all this information, but I have no idea what I'm going to do. And then you start writing the methodologies like, I have no idea. Well, let's just go and see. Let's just go and look at someone else's technique. It's like, all right, I guess I could start here. I don't really know if it'll work or anything. Like, so you start somewhere, right? And you get stuck. I totally know how that feels. Especially, and then you finally get an experiment going. And then it comes back with like some negative data and you're like, I'm still stuck. I don't know where I'm going. Well, let's go and find inspiration from other similar projects. No. Sub-Zero, welcome to the life. Welcome to the life of an academic. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I hope you find that inspiration soon though. I called it the desert wandering. You get stuck on a desert and you wander for the oasis. I used to make that analogy where someone just threw you in a desert and go find the village now. you either get stuck in the desert forever and pass out and die from dehydration, or you find a source of water, or you know, your mentor comes in a chopper and picks you up and takes you to the oasis or the village, right? I know, right? Uni has kind of conditioned me to be comfortable with the unusual sample set problems, but actually designing something yourself, yeah, I get it. Yep, yeah. I just talked about that when it came to language learning. Like in an adult mind, oftentimes the most comfortable thing that people tend to end their like academic setting, like in a thing, is to think about all the usual sample sets, but and then keep in mind all the exceptions, right? But then it's very difficult to think outside at the moment. Yeah, because you haven't done it yet, and that's perfectly reasonable. Sub-Zero, like embrace the idea that you haven't done it, and then get started. It's basically starting learning a new language. You just have no idea what's going on. Let's just do something similar than other people. Well, I started with Duolingo, and people hated me for it. Oh, dare a project to create from scratch from patch code I interpreted from someone else. That's a great example. Sometimes it can be serendipitous. Sub-Zero, when you start doing, and then you get an emergent property that other people come up with. Like for example, what I'm doing now, it's a pure coincidence that a lot of the things I'm doing is also something that reminds people in the gaming, in programming. Speaking of programming, if you ever watch Thor, right? Pirate software, you'd be surprised the way he describes things diagrammically, and then he pulls up like a notepad and uses mouse to draw diagrams and explain something on the complexity of understanding a language, and then creating a bigger product out of their creativity by assembling a language. What does that sound like? Like that kind of sounds like software development. But language learning there's a lot of parallelisms to it. And if you're engaging and being able to explain the concepts of the language and how you construct with the language, then yeah. And I've had that comment made before, and it's a pure coincidence. Just for the record, it's a pure coincidence. I know about pirate software now, after the fact, but I've been doing this type of constructive dialogue forever. That's how you start experiments. That's how you create hypotheses and, critical thinking. It begins with this. So welcome, in my opinion, Sub-Zero. We love Thor in this house. Yeah, welcome Sub-Zero. I think the one thing you'll probably, if I'm bold enough, if you are going, and I believe you will be successful as in your pursuits, because this feeling that you have now is almost constitutive for the rest of your life. If you're one that is going to be a creator, that's basically it. Yeah, welcome to critical thinking. I felt like I did this. No, it's more like I'm proud. I feel like how do you say it? I feel like you're finally starting your journey, and it's more like a serendipitous, like, welcome. Like, I know we're a generation apart, but now you've can finally do the thing that you've built your life around. You're going to create. Sub-Zero. That's kind of how I see it in my vision. When someone says they're stuck, now that they have to construct something, like they're finally at a position where they're tasked to construct something, right? Something that synthesizes all of their experience. That is the graduation point. Is the point where you're going to create something in your image with the inspirations and the abilities you have to this point. It's slow going, for sure. And it's always going to be slow going in the beginning. And then you reach a flow state, and then you start a new project. It's slow going. You reach a flow state. Some people in my opinion, are non-academic, not better or worse. They're perfectly happy with starting something, keeping it going, and then that's it. They never repeat the process ever again. You're, in my opinion, in a career in which that's not going to happen. It's going to be, you make something, it's going to keep going, and then it's good. Now you go back to the drawing board, and now you're going to create something again and repeat the process. That is effectively, in my opinion, the difference, for better or for worse, for your desire or not. If you want to be a creator and you're in a profession in creation, this is the most vivid part of the experience. The flow state is barely like a blink of an eye. Like when you're in a flow state, you don't even know time is passing. Like it just goes. Time just flies across and things get done. However, memory dilates when one is stuck, right? So I remember vividly all the problems I had with my PhD experiment. I rarely remember all the times I spent collecting data, because the data just, you spend a lot, like, and the reality is I spent disproportionately less time stuck than actually doing and carrying out the experiment. It's the time it takes to carry out the experiment far exceeds the time to conceptualize the experiments. So I want to make it sound, I don't want to make it sound like you should be happy for this, but I also want to kind of encourage you to know that this probably won't be the last time, and finding ways to get yourself to be happy and like, oh yeah, I'll just go and get into my mental space and meditate on new ideas. You build a lot of those over time. Like, where do I get new ideas? Well, I could do like 60 or 70 different things to try to get new ideas. And this is the beginning of that journey, at least in my opinion. You will become, the more frequently you create more and more projects. I think that's what a portfolio really means, Sub-Zero. It's not necessarily the end product, in my opinion. Yes, the end products are great. Like, it might be fantastic and that's great, but it also demonstrates that the volume of the end products and the variety and the discipline, the multidisciplinary part of a person's portfolio demonstrates that they can gain experience and inspiration from many sources. That's kind of like looking at the portfolio of an artist or a designer or something. The idea is, you can rest assured, if they were able to get the end of all these different types of experience, like projects, they had to go through that process that many times, right? Unless you AI generated and copyright and plagiarize the work, then yeah, that's a thing too. However, we're not talking about the really extreme cases. We're talking about the people who, they look at the portfolio and say, you know, this part, it looks weird. It's not like all the others, but I like it because you took initiative. You see what I mean here? So when a portfolio executes on different initiatives, different multidisciplinary things, that's an initiative of the person. So in my opinion, you're not necessarily doing something you have to per se. You're trying to flex as hard as you can, and this is your opportunity. Don't get stuck on flexing. Or at least try not to get stuck on flexing. This is your opportunity to flex. So build those projects, flex as hard as you can. At least that's my opinion. And it goes back to like my main mantra. Stay creative, right? Stay creative. For better or for worse, there are duds, there are not duds, but if you track them and you understand and learn from them. They go in the portfolio. They go in the portfolio. They're your projects. The failed projects, successful projects. If they constantly provide iterative reevaluation and innovation constantly, you can start with a terrible project in your portfolio and then show a project 10 iterations later. That is the selling point of a creative intellectual. So I have no problem showing what my artwork looked like when I first started, because I know where it leads. So that's kind of the thing. And I love school for that too. School makes it very vivid. They're gonna constantly remind you where you started. So go out there, and that's kind of like content creation. If you think you have a passion for content creation, this part is probably the most exciting part at the long run. Coming up with a new idea should be like breathing air, but it takes time to start, right? Most things, a skill is not practiced or well rehearsed until you actually start doing it. So the first one is probably going to be the most toughest, I would say. But it's so rewarding. It almost feels like the first one ends up being the most rewarding a lot of times. Yeah. That's what I mean by welcome. Welcome to your new life, right? This is the time. This is the moment that you get to start making things. It's a privilege I think a lot of people don't want, and also a lot of people who don't have the privilege to do so. There are people who want to be creators, but for whatever reason, their circumstances and their psychological dispositions and all that stuff, they choose to believe that they are not creators, right? Rightfully so. And then there are other people who choose never to do that because they don't enjoy it at all. So be a creator. Then we can be creators together. It was my favorite part about science. Trying to solve a problem. You're going to get stuck. But sure as heck, the fun part is trying to solve the problem. No, solve it. I'm just kidding. That was a little aggressive. But really, I hope you find your inspiration and your muse at some point. I might not know anything about software development or designing a PCB. However, I do really know if there's someone that can give you the pep talk. Knowing nothing doesn't mean you can't help someone along the way. So that's pretty much my way of doing a pep talk for creative people, right? Because it is tough. It is tough. The box is very big sometimes. All right, let's get back. Oh, do I remember anything else after that digression? I hear you though. I can't say it's the first time I've been in this position, but this time is definitely very overwhelming. Yeah. I would say it would be very bold if it was like the very, very first. I think you could go way back, like when you learned your name. If the first time you learned your name, that's something new too. Hardest part is because there's so much to do to it. I don't really know where to start, where to look. Yeah. Nowadays, because of the internet, right? And you're probably experiencing the same thing now because of the internet. Everything seems like there's so much to it, and you really don't know where to start. You know what I mean? And then so now people are constantly hyper focused on finding someone who can just tell them what to do. You see what I mean? Like now, the conditioning is okay. I'm just gonna look up the most reliable person and hope that they just tell me what to do, like where to do, because I don't want to look at this information anymore. There's just too much information. It's understandable. It's a yeah. I can empathize with that. Stop being a wuss. I'm just, sorry. Like, stop being a wuss. Just know everything. Says the internet expert. All right. Enough delay. So, say, 排次，依次。Oh, yeah. Mao Gao.丈夫。行慢，一点。Oh no, wait. Yeah. 一点。Yeah. 行慢一点。行慢一点。Why is the kanji section different on mobile than desktop? Oh, it is? Oh, that's interesting. Can you explain to me how it's different, Blair? I haven't looked at the... I should really download the versions. I'll be out of town. It also feels like whenever you try to dig for something, it turns out there's more to it than you thought, so you gotta dig even deeper. Valley of Despair. Welcome. The more I learn, the less you realize that you actually know. The Valley of Despair. Sub-Zero, you are truly and wonderfully so deep into the Valley of Despair. You're just getting in there. Or rephrase, the more I know, the dumber I feel, honestly. Yeah. Were you here when I talked about the idea, or at least someone tried to counter argue me on this? But with new knowledge comes more questions, and with new knowledge, your world expands. So it often disproportionately increases the amount of awareness you have versus the actual nuances you know. It's one of the dualities of wisdom. And some people argue that there might be finite knowledge of something. So when you conditionally, selectively put yourself in a box and determine what the limits are. This was a video on like knowledgeable boundaries, like the boundaries of knowledge, or like, are there finite knowledge, conceptual finite knowledge? And I was making the argument like constructively, if one occupies the space that they're observing, usually the only way there's something that perceives as a limit of comprehension, like you can be comprehensive in a discipline, is that your box, the limit you have constructed, has limits. So if you're an intellectual that appear in a way that you're not concerned about the limits and you're more concerned about the knowledge you have with respect to all the knowledge that's the lack of knowledge that is related, then every time you learn something new, there in a mortal's life, in one person's life, there is enough knowledge that will keep you thinking that as you learn more, you are less and less knowledgeable. That, to me, is the perspective of an enlightened person. So I don't think you are becoming dumber as you're learning more Sub-Zero. You are still learning more, but you're becoming wiser and more acceptant that you are enlightened. It's an enlightened position to be able to feel comfortable in the idea that the more you learn, the more likely you'll feel like you have more to learn than you have just learned recently. Okay, that, to me, requires a very type of special person. And those people, in my opinion, are not the most common type of thinkers. And they don't have to be. You have to be happy with that type of lifestyle. Many people live the rest of their life in quote-unquote ignorant bliss, right? And I love that too. Sometimes I go back. There are things I choose not to learn more of. Like, for example, right now, I choose not to learn anything about pitch accent. I'm just like bringing it back to language learning. But what I mean is, someone can look at me and say, oh, this guy's just plainly ignorant and doesn't care about sounding native in Japanese. It's like, yeah, you're right. But I'm blissfully ignorant. I'm intentionally choosing to acknowledge that the existence of pitch accent is there. It doesn't necessarily obligate me to use it as a zenith, like as a core of negativity. That's the difference, in my opinion, between someone who's enlightened and who's insecure and not enlightened. Right? Insecurity comes from a lack of enlightenment, where you pretend like it's not there, or you think it's not there. No, pitch accent is in Japanese. I'm not there yet, and I choose not to be there yet. So it's an intentional choice that I've made to acknowledge and accept that I don't have time for pitch accent. At the same time, I'm comfortable with it. Ooh, nah, somebody book me tickets so I can get out of this because I genuinely hate it here. Oh, it'll be fine. Get cozy. Get cozy. So the kanji on desktop doesn't give you the blurbs about what the separate kanji means. Oh, they do. You click on it. Or did you click on it already? Oh, is there like more? Are you saying there's more than like the pop-up with the names and the things? Tokyo, for example, it just wants you to know it's on desktop. Will you... Hey, this is East and capital kanji. Oh, so they don't say East and capital kanji. Oh, that's interesting. So they didn't get the update yet. It's my inclination. I think the desktop gets rolling updates that follow the mobile. So when someone comes by and say, oh, did you see the update yet? And I'm like, oh, I haven't yet. And it usually comes later. However, I didn't... They break down the kanji things. Interesting. So even the pop-up doesn't have that. I know what's listed on Tokyo, and I don't think it says East or capital. But I know it's East and capital because East came later, and then someone already told me it's... Yeah, and it goes back to what we talked about a few months ago too. Someone stated that the faster a person responds to an academic question, the smarter they are, when really someone else might take longer to respond. Yeah, because they realize there's more to consider when answering them. Yeah, because desktop is just a star where I'm at. Mobile has a kanji symbol. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. So you can't click on it at all in the kanji section, Blair, and it tells you that it's I think it all says is Tokyo though, and it tells you what unit it's in. Unless Tokyo hasn't been introduced yet. I don't know. We'll just hang on. I'll hold off. I think there might be a time thing. Like what I mean is if you got the hiragana for Tokyo, and then if they introduce a kanji later, it is there. We'll see. I don't think they give you the kanji for Tokyo right away. It has to end up in the lesson first. So maybe we'll see. I think it might actually solve itself here. That more to consider thing. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, duh. And the hen. Way. Beitong. I think I got the left. No, I didn't get the left particle. Incorrect last time. I for short. I. Which we have. Gao. All. I. Gao. And 朋友 男朋友女朋友女朋友男朋友man and no. No, I don't got it. It's not in my head. I'll do the one that I forgot yesterday though. No, I forgot the left radical again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait, no, there's no left radical. Oh no, there is. I don't know what it is. What the heck? Ah, 漂亮. I don't have notes, okay, Sub-Zero? Don't at me. Don't make me virtual hit you. 漂亮,漂亮. 漂亮. I constantly forget the left radical to this. Let's take a guess. We'll use a different radical this time. Maybe this one. You know what? It could be this one. Were there two? Or is it one? Okay, I'm gonna take a jab. Maybe it's this. That doesn't... That's not it. That one... Oh, I forgot. And then... This is associated with this. I... 漂亮，可爱. Yeah, that doesn't look like the correct for 漂亮. Okay. I'll take it. I don't know if that's correct either. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Bro, trying so hard not to look down at those. Listen, Sub-Zero, I'm gonna show you some notes. Sounds like you have experience with that, Sub-Zero. What are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me that you brought notes to an exam one time? Sub-Zero, listen. Are you showing me your hand? Is this the unit with Mingbai? Probably. Whoops. my notes absolutely bolded for that reason. Notes written in the margin. Yeah, 明白. Hey, whatever gets you to learn it, right? If you have notes and it's helping you learn it, then definitely go for it. I'm cooking with notes, but without it, I'm cooked. Listen, you gotta get to my state, you know? You cook with notes, but without, you're overcooked. No, I'm just kidding. I'm burning right now. There's too much cooking. I think I've cooked too hard. I've passed the point of cooking. I'm overcooked. I have so many things going on in my head. Overcooked. Not great to overcook as well. Alright, that's fine. I think I'll take my lickings. I don't really remember anymore. Oh, I guess you have like other things like... Right. 是不是 是不是 That's fine, right? Something like that. Yeah, I forgot the same character again. Such a disappointment. Yes, we also have... 几个 Yesterday we missed two things, right? Yeah, yesterday I think we missed two things, and one of them was the same thing again, the recurring thing. Although all the other ones came up quicker this time around. Realistic cooking sim might be loathed. Yeah, I know, right? I played it with your girlfriend and the game is so stressful. Overcooked? Oh yeah. Procedural order of operations game. Come on. You gotta play more of those. I like I played a very hardcore version. I think they're on their 4th game now. It's called Cook Serve Delicious. A largely same concept without the necessity of movement, but it's still order of operations game. Cook Serve Delicious. I think they released 3 and they're probably working on 4. Let's see. What was 13? It's probably bathroom. It's the same bathroom prompt. Oh, not 13. 11. Oh, I'm behind. I'll do a little bit more than usual today. I don't want to go too late today. Unit 11. Near. Ban. Near. Ban.星期几？星期几？星期日 and 星期天。几月？月。 how. Dear. 几点 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 几月 几号 星期几 星期日 星期天 We can throw in all the others. Might as well. Oh! Really? Heck in. Okay. Okay. E. E. R. 三 四 五 六 七 八 Oops. 九 10 Ling is no one. 0. 饭馆 英语课 洗手间 衣箱 Oh, this one I forgot yesterday too, but I think I remember it, so good. I think. Uh-oh. Maybe I don't. Kind of like something like this. Yeah. I think that's right. It's a little bit messy, but it's fine. I was being a little aggressive. Ling, right? Ling Yisheng. Special person. Yeah. 现在 明天 Oh, I forgot these often. I remember what the left radical is. I replayed my memory. I know what the left radical is. And it's because of nar. Oh my gosh, sweet, sweet memory. It's the same radical as the right hand of na. Okay. Nar. Jar. Oh, we did it. We did it. Ah, memory is so beautiful. What a beautiful mind, right? Memory is so wonderful sometimes. And that's what I mean by when things are similar, they can be very helpful. If not, if they are identical, it can be also very helpful. How you negotiate them. So I just kept writing until I saw something that reminded me of it. Okay. What else we got? I think this is good enough. Now we go into review, because I'm already over time. I was gonna work up till midnight. I started late today because I needed that extra rest. I was really tired. Yesterday was... we pushed maybe a little too hard. Alright, so let's go and look. Look at all those yellow boxes. We got yellow boxes now. Ooh. Look at these yellow boxes. Okay. So, check. Oh. let's be diligent here. Say, I, T, meow. No, meow. Sorry, meow. Gao. Yang. Bu. Man. De. Wei. Bei. I. Pang. Yo. Nan. G. R. Liang. Kind of pseudo forgetting that. Nu. Ge. Di. R. Zhi. Si. Zhi. Bu. Right. 是不是谁的漂亮 I screwed up. No, I did have it. I had Ji Shui in the middle of it. I had Ji Shui. I combined it because G is also a review. No, I got it swapped. I swapped Yi. I swapped the right character. Kiao Liang is the character I wrote for the right character, so I actually made an error. I swapped the two. It was between Kiao Liang and Yi Sheng. No, Yi Yuan. I put Yuan in the place of Liang. So I actually said Yi Liang. So that's an error. It's fine. I remember the characters, but I put the characters in the wrong order. Dang it. That's fine. Ming Bai. I did. I already had it. It was in the middle of the screen. It was right here. It was like written somewhere around this area right here in the screen. So, let's see. Kwai. Oh, I forgot to write Kwai. Kwai. For the opposite of Man. Man. So I did forget a couple. Dang it. Gao. Then. Chang. I. So I missed Kwai, which I didn't think about, and I messed this up. I actually remember that incorrectly, as opposed to not remembering it. 年几半星期哪儿这儿 Yeah, I got them mixed up. Dang it. The characters are correct, though. The characters are correct, but I... Okay. 饭馆洗手间里 Yeah. 医生点 Yeah. 明天好12 6汉语课现在日 for these 星期日4 1 9 5 Yeah, so one mix up, and then forgot some contextual stuff. It's okay. Like 两个, I miss 两个, but 两 is pretty obvious because of counting, and 快 for opposite of 忙 and 快. All right. Now we spend the next hour or two or whenever. Oh, you know what? I need some hearts. I need to put some hearts on the board before we do it. 2 hearts. 2 hearts isn't too bad. We'll see how long we last. How our fortitude, our mental diligence and fortitude lasts. And how long my voice lasts. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. 大丈夫です. Okay.
I.
Okay.
I.
I. Hey.
I.
By the way, Sub-Zero, I did another review in Japanese, so the playlist is different, okay? However, dang it, this playlist also has a repeat of another playlist I played 50 days ago. But it's not the same one, okay? At least I don't think it is. These are long playlists, okay? They're actually single mixes, so you don't, they're not like actually separated by tracks or anything. There's just one very long mix. Because, you know, ads.
I.
Okay. And it's by the same guy. So there's very likely. Alright. Need to chill, okay?
男
男朋友
Nan?
You gotta be rotating between these two from now. Listen, I already played like 6 playlists, okay?
Nan?
We're already beyond 2 playlists. Don't heck me, okay?
男朋友
Don't make me heck you.
男
Nan?
男朋友 Oops.
男朋友
男男男
男朋友，
男朋友
男
男
Oh, look at that yellow. Okay, this is 非常
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 非常非常
Doesn't this just make you remind you of an integrated circuit?
非常
That's shorthand.
非常
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a shorthand for integrated
非常
circuit.
非常
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 You just gotta close up the top and the bottom.
非常
女儿
Your 女
牛奶
牛奶 Okay.
牛奶
牛奶
女
Your
儿
女儿
牛奶牛奶
Okay. 行 Wait. 旅行 Yeah.
旅行女儿老师中国牛奶
牛奶女儿
女儿
女
牛奶
日本
人
牛奶女儿音乐你的女儿日本书店女儿
女儿
唱歌
唱歌
牛奶
牛奶女儿
牛奶
牛奶奶 Oh, I need to be wider with that. That's actually much wider than I thought. I write that like rightmost stroke a lot closer. Okay. 儿子一点儿儿子
儿子一点儿一会儿
一会儿 Sorry.
一点半
那儿
一
一点儿 Hello
点儿
一点儿一点儿
儿子
儿子 Whoops.
儿
Oh, I need to make it a little bit more gradual. I make it like almost too angular.
子
Or I write it too.
一会儿
一会儿 Whoops. Wrong tone. 一会儿
儿子
慢一点
儿
一点儿孩子
I
I
ASMR. AI guys, AI.
I
Sorry.
I
I
I
AI.
I
I love AI. I AI. I love AI. Is well I AI. Deep cuts.
I.
Sorry. All right. Refocus.
I
I
I.
I.
Actually, Sub-Zero, have you watched the movie Her?
I.
남방요. 남방요.
남방요.
남방요. 남방요.
난.
날,
Oops.
날,
You don't think so?
날,
Listen,
남朋友,
what kind of CS
난.
major are you?
난.
난.
It's practically happening now.
난.
날,
I know you don't study CS. I'm just being a butthead. Just don't at me, okay?
I,
Listen, you gotta watch it at some point. It's a circumstance that's actually quite literally happening right now. Aye.
I,
Oh, that's much shorter than I thought.
I,
Hmm.
I,
I.
Yeah.
I.
I.
I can get behind that actually.
I.
Yeah, it's much shorter.
I, I, I,
I.
Whoops. A little too close.
I.
Whoops.
I.
Just go to something I get the reference now. Did you check the year of that movie? Real talk though. It's a really good movie. It actually almost
introducing the Duo.
if it wasn't for what was it? It's one of the few sci-fi movies that almost got Picture of the Year before eventually a Picture of the Year went to a sci-fi film. The Arrival was pretty close too. It's kind of like her and Arrival during that time were one of the few sci-fis, like contemporary sci-fis, that almost managed to snag Picture of the Year at the Oscar. To be fair, it sounds like something my fellow E students would do. There are darn near 0 girls in this field. Yeah, it's a really great movie, by the way, and it's kind of happening now. So, yeah, it's one of those things that are pretty cool. Arrival is a great one too. I don't remember how long it's been now. Arrival, maybe 2016. Arrival is about it's related to language learning, by the way. And wrapped up in like some cosmic stuff, like interstellar cosmic stuff about time, how time passes and whatnot. However, within that, it was about communication. Yeah, it was about communication. So like, if an alien comes on, like not all extraterrestrial life, like there's our scenarios where not all terrestrial life is possibly hostile, right? So they took the perspective of learning how to communicate with the alien life, and then they added some like modern science fiction stuff in on top about time and like how time is viewed. However, I really like the approach. It was a very different type of science fiction, and it deals with language, right? Like it's kind of like also watching like Shin Godzilla, Gojira, sort of, where how would be a more like realistic portrayal of taking care of crisis? Well, what if the thing isn't necessarily hostile and you have to negotiate and do politics and still like scout and do all that stuff. And that's kind of how I felt about The Arrival, but it was a Western produced movie, so it wasn't like pew pewing and all that stuff. It's more grounded in the sense that, well, this extraterrestrial life isn't necessarily immediately hostile, right? So it was a really neat. I really like that. And Her is a less bombastic, like, oh no, iRobot kind of thing, pew pew, like Skynet's kind of thing. It's also the same way. It's a very almost even scarier type of reality, because the performances and the setting and stuff, it can be very believable, right? It's so out there, but at the same time, it's so close to home, especially The Arrival. And Shin Godzilla movies and stuff kind of feel that way too. Like, the mass majority of the movie is dealing with things that you would suspect is in a situation. So those things can provide great contrast to like the more bombastic, looter shooter mentality kind of thing, or the hero, the protagonist, character driven novels, more like bigger world perspective. I really enjoyed those movies, and to this day I still remember those, and I think it's being close to it. I even want to say Her was what, 2013? How long ago was it? Yeah, it's 2013. Man, I think The Arrival was 2016. Ah, yes, I still remember the years. Dang. I think, wait, yeah, I still remember the years. Like, they were so interesting. I still remember the years they were in the Oscars. 2013, 2016. Man, it's been over 10 years since the movie Her came out. Holy heck. And the much younger Joaquin Phoenix, the 10 years younger Joaquin Phoenix, and Scarlett Johansson as the voice. In Arrival, there's what's his name? I forgot, the Hawkeye. I'm pretty sure it's the Hawkeye actor in a different role, really. I'm pretty sure that it's him. And then the main lead is a very prominent actress as well. I forgot their names. Not very great with names lately. Amy Adams. That's right, Amy Adams. And then Jeremy Renner. Amy Adams is kind of a mainstay at this point. She has so many roles that I remember, but a lot of them, it's very eclectic. She has a very eclectic roles. Okay. 几月 星期
星期
几月
几月几月
对星期
一次
星期
几月
6
月
请问
几月
月
月
星期
几月
几月
什么
几月
哪儿星期最近星期
not quite right. 最近星期
几月
最近
几点6月
星期
期
几月
6月
6月
一次，
一次。
请问
请问
几月
几月
星期
星期？非常
非常
非常
非
常
非常
诶
非常
非常非常非常
非常
非常
非常非常
诶，很
很高
高
兴认
兴认识你
的很，
很高兴认识你
你
的很，
认识妹妹
很
很高兴
认识你
得很，
的很。
很高兴认识你。
Oh boy，
很
很
高兴认识你的很
的
很高兴认识你。
你
你叫什么
么
名
字？OK，
的很，
学
学生你呢？
呢？对，
哎
哎
哎哎
哎哎哎
癌
哎
哎
I don't want. I had to make sure not to double tap there.
哎哎
哎哎哎
癌
Oh, sweet golden blocks. Ni.
女
Oh, I just realized, I don't need to cross them. It just needs to touch. Huh.
哎
For that radical.
哎
Okay. Ni.
矮女 男不好矮女矮矮快慢性女矮女女好
女朋友，
女矮快矮女
女朋友，
慢高矮
Okay.
男
I should really stop doing that. Holy dude, that startled me like crazy. Man,
男
男朋友
dang, that startled me so much.
男朋友
男朋友
男朋友，
男朋友，
男朋友，男朋友，
男朋友，
男
My attention span is already, my focus is already lost. I wasn't expecting to make an error that soon. It's barely.
爱
I.
爱爱爱
爱
爱，爱，
爱
爱，
爱爱
It sounded a little sassy. It's like, I.
爱
Okay.
高
Oh. I see why they chose that.
你的
你的
很高兴认识你。伴，
伴，
你叫什么名字？？
你叫什么名字？
高
高
很高兴认识你。
What in the? It looks so weird.
很高兴认识你。
高
口
很高兴认识你。你的
你呢？你的
你高
Okay. All right.
非常
非常
非常非常
非常
非常非常
非常
非常
非常非常
韩国常常
常常韩国韩国
I should probably get some sleep. Sun is coming up. I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later. Sub-Zero. Hope you get through your creator's block. And also I need picks. Not those kind of picks. The picks, you know. The productive picks. Listen, I expect a video. Changchang. No pressure.
常常
Have a good one.
上网韩国咖啡，这是韩国韩国
对，
常常
韩国韩
对，
上网数学唱歌韩国常常
常常
嗯，
常常
嗯，
旅行韩国你呢？日本常常
韩国
韩国数学唱歌你好常常
对，
数学
常常
常
sushi sushi no 学习
学
习
数学
Wait a minute. Hold.
常常
Did I get the tone incorrectly on that? Where's no 学习
中学生学习常常大学生真的吗？
常常中学生
中学
学生
Okay.
常
Oh no. It was this one. Was it?
学习
学习 I think that's 4. 学习
唱歌英国常常
数学
数学
大学生
大学生学
常常
常常
大学生
大学生
数学
数学
真的吗？
真的吗？
服务员
服务员
中学生
常常
长对矮
矮
矮
矮矮矮
矮
矮
矮矮
What's happening?
I
I just had like a complete block.
I-
What the heck?
矮矮
矮
That's writer's block for you.
Get more with soup.
No, not right now.
很高兴
认识你。Okay.
高兴
很高兴认识你。
很高兴认识你，你
你
认识高兴
也
也是
是
高兴
高兴高兴
很高兴认识你
很明
Oops.
明高兴认识你
高兴
高兴音乐很高兴认识你，你好认
认识
男
男朋友
男
男朋友
男朋友
男朋友男
男朋友，
男朋友男朋友
男朋友男朋友
男
哎
爱
爱
爱
爱
爱
爱
爱
爱
爱爱
爱
爱
不长啊，不长，不长。汉文，
韩文
韩文。Oh, wrong tone. 韩文。I don't know what the tone of boo here is.
不
长
长
Kind of sounds like boo. Yeah.
不长
不长。韩文。
美国英
英
文老婆韩文不长
不长
韩
文
不长
不长
不长韩文中文
中文 whoops
英文你
你
好不长
韩文韩文
美国韩文音乐英文不长
不长
这是不长日本韩文中文
非常
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 非常非常
非常
非常
非常非常
高兴
高
高兴
名字
高
兴
高
他们他
高高兴
兴 whoops
高
高兴
高
高兴爱
6月
6月I think I did tone 2 by accent. Yeah, 6月
香港
爱
爱
Let's try not to get a
爱
block here.
爱爱
爱
爱
爱爱
爱
爱爱爱
爱爱
爱
爱
爱
爱
爱，爱，爱，
爱，
爱，
爱，爱，爱，
Okay.
男
None. Am I falling for that again?
男，
男朋友
男，
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 男朋友，
男男
男朋友，
男
Okay. Oh, we're getting so close. 非常朋友
朋友，
非常，
非
常朋友
非常
女朋友，
常常朋友
慢一点，
非常非常
朋友，
非常
I had the wrong pinging. I had the wrong tone for that, or I thought it was 1, but it's 2.
非常老公朋友学生非常星期
朋友，
朋友
朋友，
女朋友，
朋友非常常常不常
非常
朋友
朋友
非常
非常
的很，
不常
不常
女朋友，
朋友。Ooh,
有，
有 okay.
朋友
I made an error before on that. I gotta keep in mind.
朋友
Oh, 有名
有名，
有名对
朋友
有名朋友
朋友
有一点
点
现在朋友
男朋友，
有名
女朋友
I knew I was gonna do that. You got me. I tapped the 1. Yeah, it needs a buffer. I really do firmly believe that the writing section needs a buffer, because when you make a stroke error and it shakes, immediately it will go. When you pick up the pen, it can trigger again. And you like when you make a stroke error, you're gonna like move again on that spot. So it constantly does double tapping every once in a while. So they need a buffer. That shake is too short. So we'll just do this.
湾
Right. Oh, Taiwan. One.
起
起
中轮
约
约
，oops wrong tone，儿子
牛
牛牛
鹤
牛
牛
大牛
大
一
起
起二起，
他是加拿大人。
他是加拿大人，是加拿大人。
我喜欢喝奶茶。我
喜欢，
喜欢
奶茶。
奶茶。
哦，
我喜欢喝奶茶。
喝奶茶。
她是我的妈妈。
她是我的妈妈。
我的家人爱我。
我的家人爱我。
我的
家人
爱我。
我的儿子喜欢旅行。
我的儿子喜欢旅行。我的儿子喜欢旅行。
我有弟弟也有妹妹。
Okay.
我
有弟弟也有妹妹。弟弟
也有
妹妹。Okay. 我爱我的弟弟和妹妹。
妹妹。
Am I in school? No, I'm not in school.
玛丽，
玛丽，
那
那间
件
件大衣
大衣
很舒服。
舒服。
那
那大衣很舒服。
舒服。
Oh, I forgot.
件
Yeah. You need a counter. An object holder. Okay. One more. We'll keep 2.
毛衣。女儿。
女儿 sure. 明天
不客气。
客气。会。
我们去买一件毛衣吧。
我们去买一件毛衣吧。
狼，
英国人。意大利人。
英国人。意大利人。Oops.
这是我的女儿。
这是我的女儿。这是我的女儿。
不客气。
3杯水，谢谢。3杯水，
谢谢。
谢谢。
OK。
这件
夹克 Where are you？
夹克有一点
会。
明天会很冷，对不对？明天
会很冷，对不对？很冷，对不对？
不对。
明天
明天 哦，明天
十
18号，
八号
明天18号。
嗨，
嗨，
意大利
人，
是
我是意大利人。
一杯
一杯
水，
水，谢谢。
谢谢。
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in school. People. It's been a while. Stop pointing at each other. Alright, let's go back.
有
有 Okay.
朋友，
朋友
朋友，
有名
有
朋友，
朋友
朋
Dude, like, it's stuck on, wow. Dude.
有
有
名，
名。
现在有一点，朋友，
男朋
朋友
女朋友，
朋友
有一点，有一点，
女朋友
女朋
男
朋友
友
还没有，
有。
现在在
住在 Whoops. Okay. Sure.
哪里？没有，有一点，
有一
有名，
有名
女朋友、
女朋友
男朋友、
男朋友
朋友，
朋友
有一点
男朋友，
朋友，
朋友
朋友，
I clicked on the word wrong, yo. Oh my gosh. Dude, that stuck. That double tap stuck. That triggered me. I'm pretty triggered.
哎，
Yeah.
知道，家人，知道，
嗨
Pretty triggered. I have to admit, I'm pretty triggered.
今天几月几号？
今天几月几号？
他也不知道，
他也不知道。Okay.
他也不
不知道。
知道。你的姐姐在饭馆，
你的姐姐在饭馆。Okay.
嗨，我是美国人。
Okay.
嗨，我是
美国人。
美国人。
星期日是12号。
星期日是12号。星期日12号。
饭馆在那儿吗？
饭馆在那儿吗？饭馆
饭馆在
在那儿吗？
那儿吗？
嗯，
6月
6月
二
2020
一
3月3年 Oh 3月 Oops wait oh you wait oh did I reverse the no oh I did wait yeah I reversed
女儿
the
老公，女儿老公，
I reversed the format because I was translating directly and not taking account of format. Okay. I'm still really triggered by that hanging double. Okay. Okay. 他不要冰锤吗？
冰水吗？
美国、意大利，美
美
国、
国、意大利、
意大利，
明天
明天
明天星期几？
星期几？
你要冰咖啡吗？
冰咖啡吗？
意大利人，意大利，美国，美国，
英国。
2013年6月。
Yeah, I get the 2 hearts back. Somehow we lost 2 hearts in one go. One is a technicality. The other one, okay, they got me. They chose 2 yos at the same time. Okay, 节 I
弯
one
蹲
蹲
起
洗手间 I
你是大学生，对不对？
你是大学生，对不对？礼物，
明天几号？
明天几号？
大学生，
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 饭馆在那儿吗？
饭馆在那儿吗？
今天玛丽有4节历史课。
OK， 今天玛丽有4节课。哦，4节
历史课。
历史课 ，really？
今天玛丽有4节历史课。
历史课。
水和咖啡，
水和咖啡，水和咖啡。
饭馆不在那儿。
饭馆不在那儿。
饭馆
不在
那儿。
请问，
请问
今
天几号？
几号？
历史课和中文课。
历史课和中文课。Okay. 洗手间在这儿吗？
洗手间在这儿吗？
Okay. 你的礼物。
你的礼物。
All right.
Get more.
Let's go back and do it again.
有
朋友
And it sticks to the same exercise, interestingly enough.
朋友
有名
名
有
朋友
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 Oh,
有
I almost did it again.
有
朋友
男朋友，
朋友有
有
名。
名
现在
现在
有一
有一点
女朋友
有一点
有一点
有一
点
点
女朋友
女朋友
在
在
哪里？
男朋友，
还没有。
有
现在
现在
没有
女朋友，
女朋
有名，
有名
有一点
有一点
男朋友，
男朋友
朋友
朋友
有一
一点
男朋友
朋友。Mm-hmm. Is as in positional is. The positional is. The is English. Helping verb.
几月几个
几月
几岁？
岁
几点？
几点几点
6月？几月？几个？
几个
几个
几月
几
几
月
月
几岁？几点？几月？几个？几号？
Introducing
Okay. 慢一点。男朋友，
男
慢一
一点，
慢一点
男朋友
的很，
的很，
加拿大人
男朋友慢一点儿，
点，女
女朋
朋友
慢一点儿慢一点儿
男朋友
慢一点儿，
慢一点，
慢一点儿，
点，
男朋友，
加拿大人
英国人，
好久不见，
男朋友
嗯，
男
男
朋
友
友
再一次，女朋友，慢一点儿，男朋友，
好久不见，
慢一点儿
慢一点儿，
慢一点，
加拿大人
加拿大人，
女朋友，
女朋友，
男朋友，
男朋友，
意大利人
Ooh, oh man, we're catching up.
哎
Okay. Okay.
哎
Good reviews, good reviews.
I
I've realized And I do mix up one
I.
thing, so we'll keep a track of that
I.
from this experience.
I.
2 things today, actually. 2 things today with a slight mix up.
I. I. I.
I. I. I.
I.
Ooh. Okay.
I.
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 Okay.
I. I. I.
I. I. I.
I.
This is so cathartic.
I.
I.
Okay.
水果。
水果。我。
男。
男。Okay. 男朋友。
男朋友。
水果。That's so funny.
水果。
They play 水果 and paired it up with 男朋友。
水果。
Sorry.
男朋友。
What are they trying to say?
男
男朋友。
有。
男朋友。
不好。
不是。
有一点。
水果。
男。水果。
水果。
水果。男。
水果。有一点。
日本。
男朋友。
这里。
水果。
Okay.
不错。
不错。错。
有一点。
有一点。
日本。
日本。
水果。
水果。
男朋友。
男朋友。
水果。男。
男。Okay. Ooh. Ooh. We're back in business.
女儿。
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 女朋友。
一会儿。
女。
慢一点。
你。
你。
女儿。女儿。
女儿。
年。年。Whoops, wrong tone. 年。
女。
慢一点。
儿子。
Get more.
Okay. Oh, this is the last one. 的确。可爱。
可爱。
的确。
几岁？
的确。
几岁？
可爱。
不在。一次。几岁？
请问。可爱。
几岁？
确。
几岁？
可爱。
可以
Oops.
可爱
几岁？
That's a good point. 可以。几岁？
几岁？
Same 可。
可爱。
几月？几号？几岁？
不错。
可爱，
可爱。
可爱，
早上。
不错。不错。Oh, they're really leaning in on the same tones, or to mix them up. I see. 不错。
谁的？
谁的 ？Except for that one.
可爱。
几岁？
Yeah.
几岁
Okay.
几岁？
几岁？
请问
请问
哪儿？
哪儿？
不对，
不对。
可爱。
可爱。Oh my god. Oh no, there's still one more exercise. Okay.
女儿，
女儿。女儿。
慢一点。
儿。
女。
岁。
女朋友。
女儿。
女。
女儿，
女儿。
女
女。女儿。
一会儿。那儿。爱。Oh, here it is. Here it is. Give me satisfaction. Oh, dang it. Oh, 东西。I haven't seen that in a while. Wow. 可以。
可以。
东西。
东西，
东西
可以。I just got can to the expression of can do something today in Japanese. 东西 is such a neat word. Literally anything from east to west. I know, right? Anything. Yeah, 东西. Yeah.
也是。
可以。上网。
I heard a different phrase for 上网 in Three Body Problem, but they might be referring to like things like virtual reality or something. But I don't know.
东西。不好。
不好。
东西
东西。
东西
对。
可以。
东西。
东西。
东西。可以。
Wait. What happened to my music? My rain. I need my rain. 可以。
英国。裙子。白色。东西。
上网 yeah, 上网 I heard something else, but I couldn't really make it out, so it was something else, but the subtitles would suggest it was talking about online.
可以
Maybe it was a adopted phrase of internet or something. It didn't quite sound like it, but
可以
可以。
可以
也是。
商店。What 汉字 for 王 Oh, for Wang? Or are you talking about what I'm saying for Wang or Wan? The only one I have is in Taiwan, but Wang is this thing. This. It's kind of fat, but fat. Let's see.
东西可以你的
东西
东西
超市
超市
火车
火车
可以
可以
东西
东西
音乐
音乐 Come on, give it to me.
钱包
Ah, they're really
可以
they're really pulling this. I need satisfaction.
可以
Yeah, just 包子
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 可以
Tennis net is literally the net. Oh, so that's literally the net. Yeah. I think you already mentioned that before, actually. Oh no, wait. It might not be you. Someone else. No, it actually might be you. Already, you meant someone mentioned. Oh, it might be Sub-Zero. That the character looks like what it is. Someone made a comment like, "Oh, isn't it nice that the characters look like what it is?" I think it might have been you actually from way like 50 days ago. When we first started. Shangwang was like really early on. Shangwang was like day 4 or okay, like day 8. But yeah. Tennis. Oh, I see. I don't know what that character is yet.
可以
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 咖啡馆汉堡包对不对钱包可以
Traditional. Okay, I guess it has fabric in it. Okay. I see.
可以
Oh, I see the fabric for the net. Got it.
汉堡包
汉堡包
汉
堡包
堡包
包包可以
汉堡包火车站钱包可以咖啡
馆
钱包
包
可以汉堡包
汉堡包
包子
包子
服务员电影院
钱包
可以
The Ubuntu Chinese keyboard is garbage. It's hot garbage. It doesn't take pinging notes. Oh, interesting. Ubuntu, huh? It's been a hot minute since I used Linux. There were times, but Ubuntu Chinese keyboard. I also read about the this is topical, but the current Chinese efforts to launch their own OS that is largely built on top of whatever open source operating that they have, and that kind of relates to the whole
不
Ooh. Because of political tension, I suppose.
不长
Ooh.
不
Ooh.
不长，
口
课对不对？
不长
不长
不
不
不
不对不对？
对？
口
数学不长，
Oh, come on, give me this. I need the satisfaction before today ends. No, why are they doing this?
不长
不长 Okay.
不要
不要，我不要就是我不要觉得很蛮台。Okay. 不长 Okay.
不要咖啡，英文不不长，
不要
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 不长
Okay.
不
不长
长
不要
要
不长，我的
的
不
不
要中文不
Come on, give it to me. I want satisfaction. Oh my gosh,
长
Chang. They're just, they're not gonna give it to me.
非常
Sure. Chang. I'm drawing a blank. No? Wait. Oh, on 晚安
晚安，
晚安 Oh yeah, that's another Wang too. I forgot about that. Wang Ang. That's the only time. Wait, have I used it for any other reason? Wang Ang. Wang Ang. I don't know.
常常非常电话豆腐
豆腐非常
非常
非常
常常
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 非常
唱歌第一常常
一次
非常
Come on, give it to me. Dang you.
不
长 I think they're just not gonna do it. 非常不长
不长非常星期常常不错
对
非常
非常
不长不长非常
非常
非常
不在
常常
几号
不长
Come on, do it. Ah, 女儿慢一点女儿
慢一点
一会儿 女儿5点半
慢1 10 10
Stop
1
Stop
10点
Oh my gosh
1点儿
女儿
儿 okay
女儿
慢一点儿，
慢一点儿 Oh
慢一点，
儿
9点半，
那儿女儿
女朋友，
友
Get more with
No, no, no. We're gonna get this. Dang it, Jar. I swear they're not doing it. Mine there. They're just avoiding it. Jar.
几点？
这儿。
这是
慢一点，
儿。
那儿。
慢1点儿。
对，慢一点儿。
这儿
这儿。
这儿，慢一点儿。
慢一点，
儿。
这儿点一会儿那儿。
Come on. Dang. Wait. I. Oh, no, it's not still. 可爱。
可爱
爱。
可爱伴性
性 Whoops. 性
热茶，
爱可爱爱
I. Which one? I? Oh. I'm like, which one? It's just I.
爱
可爱，
爱
几号？
可爱不他
You son of a
几月
几岁 Yeah
几岁？几号？几月？
月
几点？
对几岁
几岁？
几岁
几月？
月
几月？
几岁
岁
月
几点？
几点 Yeah, this definitely has a tone shift. 几点 It sounds better with 几点 No. Never mind. I'm just messing up that whenever I think of 点 because of 点 is 3 as opposed to 4 and it makes me do a tone shift on 几几点 Okay.
星期几？
星期几？星期几？
几月？几岁？
Come on, give it to me. You.
星期几
几岁？
Oh wait, this might be it actually because it has to do with 岁. Oh, but it has to come first, I think. 几岁？星期几？
星期六。星期几？几点？
几点 Yeah, see, it's not. It actually sounds like 2 here. I almost feel like this is 2, not 3. 几点? Every time I hear it. 几点?
星期四。几岁？
几岁 Whoops. Okay.
几岁？
几岁？
星期几？
星期几？星 okay.
星期几？
几岁？
岁
几岁？几点？
几点 Yeah, see, it sounds like 2. It sounds like 2. 几点? Maybe it is 2. I'm gonna look. I can't turn like the thing on. Wait, where are they thinking? I'm pretty sure they're thinking it's a 2. 几点? So 几点? 几点? 几点?
几号？几月？星期几？
Give it to me, please. 几点？几点？ Yeah. 几点？
几岁？
几点？
几月？几号？几岁？几点？慢一点。
几岁？
对。对。
几点？
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 几岁？
几岁？对。对。
几点？几号？
岁。Oh my gosh.
岁。
几岁？几月
？Dang you! Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is it.
岁。
对. Come on. Oh no. Oh yeah. Wait. 几岁? Oh, this has got to be it.
几岁？
They're both 岁. They're both 岁. 岁. 姓。
几岁？
岁。
几点？
半。
几岁？
几岁？
岁。
对。
岁。
几岁？
对。对。
哪？
几月？几岁？
岁。
狗。
Come on, give it to me. We did it. Holy, oh, okay. We got to do one more, right? We got to do one more. We can lock this up. We can finally be.
可以。
可以. Okay, 可爱.
可爱.
Oh, this is it. 可以 and 可爱. 可以.旅行. 冰水。
可爱。可以。飞机。可爱。
可爱。
可以。
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 可爱。
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 什么
怎么？
怎么 Whoops, oh, that's 怎么 Whoops. 怎么
弟弟现在可以
Get more with Super.
What? 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 Okay. Come on. Give it to me. I'm greedy right now.
喂
Wait. I'm so greedy right now.
喂
喂
I have some dopamine issues
Wait.
at the moment.
喂喂
It's been so long since I've seen golden blocks.
喂
We slowly chipped at it.
喂
喂
喂喂
Okay, so this does pull writing samples from the other ones before it.
喂
So I don't actually have to go up and click on them.
喂
They just pick them anyways. Come on, give it to me. Dang it. Okay. 梯子 Okay. 这个
几个
一个 whoops 几个
妻子
梯子这个一个
孩子妻子
几个
姐姐请问妻子
妻子
妻子
几个
妻子
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 哎
几个
妻子这个裤子孩子
几个
哦wait 几个
几个
Gotta be careful
妻子
几个
50孩子
姐姐
妻子
姐姐
姐姐
妻子
妻子
几个
一个
什么
什么
家人
家人
Get more with Super.
No, no, no. I must have this. Ah, no, again.
哎
Oh, wait. It might actually not pull. Oh, no, no. It should. It should pull. Wait, why am I? Oh, maybe it doesn't. Oh, no. It's not pulling. Because I already have these writing samples complete.
哎
This is the only time I is in. So I do have to go up. I do have to go up and click on things. Okay.
哎
It's fine. So it's coming
Aye.
from a different unit. It's probably coming from
哎
the unit that introduced that thing. Introduced the character. So go up to 可以
哎
probably go up to the unit with 可以 but we can't do that because
哎
all the other things
Aye.
are there too. So okay, I'll take it.
哎
It's fine. I'll take it.
哎
It's starting to select the writing samples from
哎
the current chapter, which is redundant. I need my dopamine.
哎
哎
Okay. So yeah, it's probably because it's pulling these now. So man, I guess I do have to go back up. Yeah, so the recurring ones are they're still separated. That's kind of nice though. Look at this. All right, that's enough review. We're not gonna What did I forget? Just for tomorrow. What did I forget? I got these mixed up. 漂亮 and 医院 漂亮 so oops 漂亮 and then I got 亮 mixed up. Oops. And I did it again, actually. I started with the other one. Yeah, 漂亮 with... Well, that didn't respond really well, did it? Yeah. I got these two radicals mixed, these two characters mixed up. What else did I forget? Gotta remember to include Liang, the other Liang in my counting, so that I can remind myself that when I'm counting things, we have Liang. Anything else? What about the previous one? No, we're pretty good. And then the next 2 days, right? 52 and 53, we're gonna systematically go from unit 3, and systematically go from unit 3 down to 12. That's 10 units. I should have started today, actually. No, not really. We got a lot of good review in, so it won't be too... I think we're pretty good. And then for the review, I think I'm going to attempt to write all the characters. We're gonna write as many vocabulary words as we can. And we won't... we didn't use English last time. Right? We didn't go through the English thing. No, we kind of did. We did the web thing, right? So this time we're not going to do the web thing. Maybe categories. We can try categories. Yeah, we can try category. I don't think all the vocabulary is going to fit on a page. Okay. I think we're going to stick with not writing all of them. We're going to write just the 10 and then whatever, and see where we go from there for the review. That might be too many vocabulary words. Not that bad. The first half is pretty small. It's a pretty small number of vocabulary. What is our vocabulary word count? I think we're at like 500. Oh no, not 500, sorry. Like 300 to 400 range. And then hello there. Saudi Arabia, huh? Alright, I guess that's the end for today. We went an hour over what I was planning because I need to get some rest. The reviews yesterday's review kinda hit me pretty hard, and we double down on making sure we're ready for the 50-day review. And we've done a lot of new things during this 50-day review, or during this second 25 days. So I'm probably going to not change anything that I'm currently doing, which is to write all the vocabulary. Yeah. And we're staying with the 3-day schedule. Yeah, we're staying with the 3-day schedule. It's giving us time. Or I could resume the 2-day schedule. I could try that. now that we're kind of almost there. All right, folks, that's a wrap. You know, you put in the time, things feel good, and things feel great. Things feel great. Some things that are no longer problematic, it kind of just goes with itself. And I'm filling out a few things here and there. There's some intuition that's coming, that's interfacing with what I already know or what I hear very often. So that's always kind of nice. It's a different touch, a different thing than Japanese. Japanese, although because I don't have a point of reference for Japanese, I feel like my efforts are very more keen. My observations are a little bit more keen. I definitely see myself slipping a little bit more in Mandarin when it comes to reading. Like I'm a little looser. So occasionally I'm like, oh yeah, that's loose. That's too loose. Okay. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Wish you the best, right? Wish you the best. Keep language learning fun. If it's something you're choosing to do, we'll come back with more stories. There were a lot of stories today, here and there. I guess the most notable story is the idea that learning a language, mechanicals, you know, like being mechanic and all the nuances and stuff about the skill, in my opinion, can be super engaging and super passionate. However, let's not forget that there are times when these skills are applied. So the question you ask yourself is, are you going to apply those skills, or are you collecting and honing those skills, right? It's kind of like thinking in the theoretical and applying the principles and learning the concepts, because that is what engages you, versus the application of the skill you're developing. The reason why I say that is I talked at length today about a situation where there are times when, yes, one can become hyper-focused in applying a skill for the sake of applying the skill, versus applying the skill in a natural context that is contextually sensitive to another person, right? Language learning can be an individualistic skill, for sure. Like I can see it, like, oh, acquiring languages, learning the semantics and then the linguistics, and then trying to at a distance parody the native source and whatnot. However, when that at the interface of the conceptual and the mastery of it is oftentimes in a language, it involves interpersonal skills, right? There are other skills that are less interpersonal at the end, or quote unquote at a certain inevitable situation, that you don't have to apply it where there's a factor of another human being. And language learning can be to a point where people hyper-focus to the point where, and they do, right? Some people say, oh, I just want to read and consume media. That's a non-interpersonal skill. So that's perfectly wonderful. The story I had today was when that skill requires application, and that application deals with interpersonal skills. When one becomes hyper-focused on even things like language learning, one can become less practiced and cognizant of cultural sensitivity, let alone human sensitivity. Cultural sensitivity can still be a semantic, self-independent skill, but you apply that in context with another person. So, much like teaching, you can have all the specialized skills in the world. It doesn't guarantee you to be an adequate person to be able to teach or advise anyone, because if you hyper focus on the development of the skill at the individual level, then you did not devote much time or practice in practicing interpersonal skills. And one requires an element and practice or even a conscious thought about thinking about other people and their context and circumstances. And in a language situation, contextualizing the use of the target language, not based on one's own interest, but the appropriateness of its cultural norms. And we talked about things like going to a convenience store and feeling self-entitled to flexing your really well-practiced and passionate language learned, but the context, the cultural context of doing that in that environment is unnatural. You can speak all the natural, in my opinion, Japanese that you want, but doing so in that environment is culturally unnatural. It's not a social norm. So those are the situations where sometimes one can forget that humans operate on cultural norms, and that also has natural capacities. It can fall by the wayside when you're so focused on common interests, or like the interest that you care about and not the person you're interacting with. So you get into situations where someone would approach someone on the street and attempt to shock them by how natural their English or how natural their Chinese is. And the thought is, face culture people, they'll be nice, but they would have no idea why you're burdening them because of their social norms. On the streets, your Chinese is probably really great, politely, and the person doesn't want to be bothered because it's a misunderstanding of cultural norms. Approaching someone on the streets is more of a business transaction when it comes to a time in the day where they're out and about accomplishing their tasks. So kind of like a funny thing that I observe almost all the time, especially advice. Advice is another social norm that I can definitely empathize with, being raised in the United States, right? It's about caring. When you offer unsolicited advice, it's very caring, right? It comes from a great place, or perhaps a noble place at some points, fueled by one's own selfishness, in my opinion, right? Because unsolicited means it's motivated by yourself. It's not motivated by the other person. When you ever look at a situation in a face culture, like maybe serendipitously you went online and you saw a guy asking, is it okay to help someone on the train when they didn't need help, like in Japan, for example, or in China? Well, the answer is you can try really hard to be as subtle as possible to help them, or you don't help them at all until they ask. That's the difference between the two cultures. And me being American and raised under a Chinese household, I can definitely see the attraction and the pros and cons of being a person who have kind intentions and want to act on that kind intention. At the same time, there's also the me that has the value system of face culture. When you go and unsolicitedly point out errors in public, in the internet being a public space, one must establish a sense of respect and mutual understanding in a face culture before offering unsolicited advice, right? That's kind of like going around and say, like, your Japanese is unnatural. Well, the most unnatural thing you just said as a person who learned the Japanese language is act like a person that isn't understanding of the Japanese culture. That's a meta level of things. It's not bad or good. Sometimes being aware is enough. You can choose to embrace it or not. That's probably one of the more interesting stories lately and thoughts that I've had. I might not speak Japanese, but I certainly am incredibly familiar and attached to a face culture. When you go help someone and they didn't ask for help, you are bringing potential disrespect and shame to them in public space, right? If you were a friend, it's far more acceptable. And we talked about that a lot in Japanese when we were learning Japanese, about what to do and what not to do, and what's natural to say and what is not natural to say. Well, helping people in public when they are unsolicited is disrespectful most of the time. It's something that I don't think I have to poll Japanese people to say that that's probably usually the feeling, because Chinese is very similar too, right? It's great to suggest things very strongly. When you go and help someone without asking or inquiring, then you are assuming and asserting that they need help. And that bridges language barriers. It doesn't actually require a command of native Japanese or native Chinese. You have committed something that has a low chance of showing that you have cultural awareness. So that's kind of a really wonderful rhetoric, because as an American, I can definitely see that that person only had the kindest of intentions. But generally speaking, that's a foreigner interacting with a culture that they're not familiar with, right? And it's imbued in the language, right? When you learn Chinese, when you learn Japanese, you can kind of glean from that, right? It is rude to assert things in Japanese. In Chinese, kind of. I don't think it's as strong, but you don't have a lot of phrases where you would assert things without questionable doubt. However, I think in Chinese, lots of the things are a little bit more pragmatic and direct. However, it's often not direct in the sense at a person. So just some things I feel was very learning Japanese while also learning how to read Chinese and stuff. It comes out at me, but I have to be sensitive in the sense that it might not be so apparent to other people, right? And I have a mix of that. There are times when I absolutely like it, and then there are times when not so much, right? And then I make that clear to most people. I'm in a period where I like to make mistakes, where I own up my own mistakes, as opposed to that would be a very American thing to say. And then in a phase culture, I don't make mistakes, or like you try not to never make mistakes. So correcting immediately, yes, if you allow it. So if you say, I want to be corrected immediately because I don't want to bring further shame or embarrassment, and as well, I allow you to do that. That's kind of like the cultural norm, right? I think I need help, but I only need help if I'm making an error, right? Strictly speaking, right? And that's just kind of one of those funny little cultural things when it comes to learning. Anyways, that's a interesting rhetoric to keep in mind. Yeah. Curious what other people think, right? How other people operate when it comes to learning. I am definitely more of an embracer of the Americanized, or like the whatever, the westernized things where you make mistakes, and you use those mistakes to elevate those, as opposed to operating on a fear of always being of making an error, right? Because errors make you feel bad. I don't prescribe to that. Making errors do not make me feel bad. It is kind of ironic that the way people learn Japanese and Chinese reinforces that you should feel bad making errors. It's really fun. I think it's really funny that a vast majority of people that I've encountered that are learning Chinese and Japanese, they have this very distinctive fear of needing to correct everything and having to be correct. And that is effectively how I think when people go to a foreign country, especially a face culture country, that they forget that that is a social norm. So when you go out and you're really nervous, and then you go out and you talk to another person who ends up being very nervous, and then you get angry or something, that they try their best not to make you speak their language, or you try your best to speak their language the best, and then there's like a miscommunication, because that's a cultural dissonance. They are trained to do something, and you are trained to expect something. So if they see a foreigner, they're more likely to execute on the thing they practice, which is to accommodate the foreigner. And then meanwhile, the foreigner would be like, well, I can speak Japanese, why don't you hear that? Or I speak Chinese, why don't you hear that? It's like, that's culturally insensitive, right? You operate on rules, they operate on rules. It's independent of the language learning. It happens way more than some people might think. It goes viral all the time. Like, I get YouTube feeds of all that stuff. And then you have the Americanized culture, the westernized culture, making comments as the dominant comment, because that's the kind of the default culture. It's westernized, and on at least this side of the internet, right? This side of the internet, where like, oh yeah, but they were only trying to like speak the language that they passionately learn. It's like, yeah, there's a time and place for it. It's not going to the convenience store, interrupting the person's natural plans, and the decorum is that you smoothly operate. So what phrases do you use, at least in my opinion, is hello, yes please, or no thank you very much, and you leave. So like, those phrases are there very reasonably, and it's not your ego. There's no tax on your ego. The phrases that are sharp, direct, businesslike are the effectively, in my opinion, the most culturally sensitive way of making a transaction during the day. You can definitely find friends or build a interpersonal relationship in an appropriate place. And in Japan, my impressions are it's the nightlife, right? Or in a socially appropriate place. In Chinese, it's usually like a localized place where you hear a lot of banter, right? So oftentimes it could be like a privately run restaurant, like a mom and pop shop, perhaps a street stall or something. But there are times when people enter, like catch Chinese people on the street or something. It's like, oh yeah, let's just bust out my Chinese, and like, they're gonna be polite for sure. Like, naturally they will likely try to be polite, but they are certainly not going to engage in small talk to allow you to like show how good your Chinese is. I mean, if you insist, I feel in a face culture they will continue to be polite, but they won't respond and egg you on and try to insist that you keep going, right? Maybe not, I'm not saying everyone, but I think that's usually the natural tendency. The longer you talk, the longer you exchange, there's a higher chance that the person who is in a face culture will likely risk engaging in something they're not comfortable with in public. And that is a very uncomfortable place to be. If a stranger comes up and they start talking in Chinese, they look like a foreigner, there's a high chance you'll encounter, it's not the fear of the foreigner embarrassing themselves, it's a fear of the person embarrassing them or not being able to help. So if a foreigner comes up to me, right, sometimes I have this fear, like I can't help them. And if I can't help them, that's a personal embarrassment. It's not their problem, it's my problem. So approaching strangers and trying to flex your skills and trying to make friends without establishing rapport, that is a face culture thing. And I actually think the vast majority of interactions that I have on the internet is more of a Western thing, where I'm only trying to help. So that excuses any form of social norm, private space, or the need to establish rapport and respect between the two, right? If you have good intentions, that's all that matters. Well, I can't speak for Japan, but in China, that's not all that's not all that matters. It does matter that you spend time and tact to establish a form of trust and personal boundaries, like crossing that boundary. If that person invites you into their personal boundaries, then you are more than welcome to be a lot loose-lipped, right? Just a little cultural thing, in my opinion. It comes up all the time in my life. Every single day, you go back and forth between them. And I think language learning really brings that out. It really does bring that out. All right, folks. There you have it. Closing remarks. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. If you find that interesting, let me know what you guys think, right? I'd love to hear your versions and perspectives on these things. And if you're going to watch this later, 谢谢. 明天见, right? 再见. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Take care, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Bye.